Milan, on the evening of February 6, 2026, the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics officially began with a celebration that was unmistakably, unabashedly Italian in spirit, style, and spectacle. Held at Milan's iconic San Siro Stadium and unfolding simultaneously across three Alpine locales, Cortina d'Ampezzo, Livigno, and Predazzo, the opening ceremony reimagined Olympic pageantry for a sprawling modern games while paying tribute to Italy's rich cultural legacy. A cultural tapestry woven through sport. Branded Armonia, harmony, the ceremony was more than a parade of nations. It was a narrative woven from music, design, culinary whimsy, film, opera, and historic artistic references, the elements that have shaped Italy's global cultural cachet. Performers in vibrant costumes evoked the nation's creative lineage, giant stilt-walking figures portraying cartoonish versions of Italian composers such as Puccini, Verdi, and Rossini delighted the crowd. Towering paint tubes suspended overhead spilled torrents of color to represent artistic expression, and references to icons from Fellini to Teatro alla Scala anchored the spectacle and artistic heritage. World-renowned voices bridged the centuries. Italian tenor Andrea Bocelli delivered a moving performance, embodying the operatic tradition that anchors the nation's musical identity. Mariah Carey, clad in a sparkling gown, captivated the audience with a stirring rendition of Nel Blu, Dipinto di Blu, Volare, sung in Italian, a cross-cultural moment that underscored the ceremony's blending of global stars with Italian tradition. More than a ceremony, a statement. Italy's decision to stage the ceremony across multiple locations marked a historic departure from Olympic tradition. Instead of concentrating all activity in one stadium, this dispersed setup enabled athletes based in mountain venues to participate locally, broadcasting the parade of nations into Milan and elsewhere. Through this format, the ceremony mirrored the game's logistical footprint, a nationwide celebration rather than a single urban showpiece. The creative vision, led by director Marco Balic in Balic Wonder Studio, emphasized Armonia not just as aesthetic motif but as philosophical theme, the idea that sport, art, community, and history can reside in harmonious interplay. From segments honoring Leonardo da Vinci's ingenuity to modern nods to Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani, the narrative drew an arc from past to present, reflecting Italy's historical contributions to human creativity. Ritual and pageantry. Italy's head of state, President Sergio Mattarella, officially declared the Games open, reinforcing the moment's symbolic weight for the host nation and the global community. In another first for a Winter Olympics, two cauldrons burned throughout the evening, one in Milan and the other in Cortina d'Ampezzo, literally lighting the way for a Games designed to span diverse geographic terrain. Athletes entered with their national teams, with flag bearers leading delegates in accordance with Olympic tradition but adapted to the ceremony's distributed choreography. And although some geopolitical tensions surfaced, such as audible reactions to certain dignitaries in the crowd, the overarching message remained one of unity, peace, and human achievement. A feast for the senses. The atmosphere was not only ceremonial but sensory. VIP lounges offered tiramisu and local pastries between sequences, vendors sold classic Italian spritzos, and models in custom Armani uniforms paraded the colors of the Italian flag with refined elegance. These moments, both grand and intimate, underscored Italy's contribution to global culture, not just as host, but as curator of a uniquely evocative Olympic moment. As the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics continue, that sense of Armonia, of sport interlaced with creativity and heritage, sets the tone. What could have been a conventional sporting formalism instead became a creative and cultural statement, rooted in history yet unmistakably contemporary.